President Lee Myung-bak is to propose a finance summit with China and Japan. The Korea Food and Drug Administration has announced the final results of its melamine inspections. Information on Korea in foreign textbooks often contains serious mistakes. Hello and welcome to KBS World News Today. It's Tuesday, the 7th of October. President Lee Myung-bak is to propose a financial summit with China and Japan at the upcoming Asia-Europe meeting in Beijing. He's urging prompt ratification of the free trade agreement with the U.S. to help Korea overcome economic difficulty.
President Lee has held a meeting with ruling Grand National Party Chairman Park Hee-tae. The president has promised to promote balanced national development and advance provincial regions. President Lee will also propose a financial summit with China and Japan at the Asia-Europe meeting later this month in Beijing. He says East Asian countries have the world's largest foreign reserves and can overcome the financial crisis if they work together. President Lee also expects a trade surplus for Korea in the fourth quarter. He says extra financial support for small and mid-sized companies will take effect late this month. He's also urging the National Assembly to ratify the free trade agreement with the U.S. as soon as possible. New U.S. Ambassador Kathleen Stevens also presented her credentials to the president. President Lee told her that ratification of the free trade deal will help the U.S. overcome its financial turmoil and promote economic stability in Northeast Asia. President Lee also held a meeting with the pro-South Korea group of ethnic Koreans in Japan called Mindan. He pledged to the group to fight Japanese claims to Korea's easternmost islets of Dokdo.
Koreans living abroad will get to cast a vote in Korea as early as the 2010 local elections. But the National Election Commission says it's hard to ensure fairness in absentee ballot, mentioning the difficulty in supervising election law violations overseas.
The Constitutional Court of Korea ruled in June last year that 3 million Koreans living abroad should get the right to vote in Korean elections. But the major hurdle is how to catch the election law violations that occur abroad.
이 300만 원이 공정선거에 시비에 휘말릴 경우에 그 당선된 사람은 정당성을 잃을 정도로.
The National Election Commission in June surveyed the Korean consulates and embassies in 9 countries. The commission says there is no effective way to stop, investigate, or penalize election violations that occur abroad. The election watchdog also says it's impossible to prevent or suppress illegal election activities, even if the violation is reported to Korean embassy. A joint investigation with the foreign country is also considered difficult. A certain party or candidate could get involved or influence the launch of election supervision team.
공정성이 가장 중요한 문제입니다. 국권이 미치지 않는 지역에 대해서 우리 국내 선거법이다 그걸 규정해서 현재도 규제하는 건 한계가 있다고 봅니다.
The preference for mail-in absentee ballots can also undermine fairness in the election process. The election watchdog will present its proposals for amendments to the political reforms and national referendum acts to the National Assembly this month.
The Korea Food and Drug Administration has announced the final results of the inspections on 400 processed food products from China. The government agency has wrapped up its investigation after 20 days.
The Korea Food and Drug Administration says it found melamine in 10 out of some 400 processed food products imported from China. The tainted products include rice biscuits made by Haetech Confectionery, shuri from Lotte Confectionery, and peanut Snickers fun-sized products from Mars Korea. Snacks produced by Nabisco and Nestle have also been found to contain traces of melamine. Melamine has also been detected in 2 lactoferrin imports from New Zealand. The chemical has been found in a number of food imports from several countries. The food watchdog initially planned to test 428 food products imported from China. But 26 products were dropped from the probe because they'd already been sold in stores, making it difficult to track the distribution channel. The sale and distribution of products that have been confirmed safe will be resumed. The watchdog has promised to strengthen safety checks on imported foods and respond swiftly to threats to food safety.
Former top U.S. nuclear negotiator Robert Gallucci says economic assistance to North Korea and global cooperation are important to achieve limited denuclearization in Northeast Asia. Gallucci is in Korea attending an academic forum.
Northeast Asian countries must cooperate in economy, politics, and security to overcome the North Korean nuclear crisis. This is the argument of former top U.S. nuclear ambassador Robert Gallucci, who is now Dean of School of Foreign Studies at Georgetown University in Washington. He says economic aid from the Kim Dae-jung administration to North Korea persuaded the Stalinist regime to come out of the isolation and hold global dialogue.
Provide the economic assistance, I think the North can be persuaded to give up their nuclear weapons program.
On North Korean leader Kim Jong-il's alleged illness, Gallucci says South Korea and the U.S. and many other countries want to see a regime change in the North.
In South Korea and the United States would be hoping that there would be change at some point in North Korea.
He says North Korea has alternated between cooperation and isolation, and unity and confrontation depending on the global situation. Gallucci says Pyongyang's move to restore its nuclear facilities appear to be mere gesture against Washington's failure to delist the North as a terrorism sponsoring nation.
Japanese expression, I think this is a kabuki act.
Gallucci was speaking at Usong University in Daejeon at the three-day meeting on the limited denuclearization of Northeast Asia. The forum will announce a declaration Wednesday on removing tension in Northeast Asia.
Information on Korea in foreign textbooks often contains serious mistakes. An agency with the Ministry of Education is working to correct these mistakes, but this is tough due to shortage of staff and budget.
Foreign history and geography textbooks often contain wrong information on Korea. Examples include the notions that Korea copied China's Forbidden City to build its palaces, or that Korea is interested in technologies to produce nuclear weapons. Foreign textbooks also erroneously say Korea controls its birth rate and its main exports are manufactured products and timber. Japan and China seem to have intentionally distorted historical facts about Korea in their textbooks. One Japanese history textbook beautifies Japan's invasion of Korea, saying Korea got its first railway and irrigation facilities under Japanese colonial rule.
분쟁의 여지가 있고 민감한 의견이 충돌할 수 있는 그런 부분에 대해서는 국제학술회의를 통해서 학자 간의 교류를 우선적으로 추진하고 있습니다.
The Academy of Korean Studies has looked into 1,400 textbooks published in 60 countries over the past 5 years. The think tank has found 735 errors on Korea, but only 25 of them have been corrected. Only 4 staff members are assigned to correct errors in foreign textbooks, and the budget is insufficient.
지정 요구가 현재는 해외 공간을 통해서 각국 정부에 요구되고 있는데 외교통상부 본부 차원에서 보다 적극적으로 대응하는 것이 보다 신속히
Correcting errors in foreign textbooks is a way to enhance Korea's national brand. To do so, the government needs to allocate an adequate budget and staff and secure efficient coordination between the proper agencies.
Cheongdo County in North Gyeongsang Province is famous for flat persimmon. The county has dyed a 700-meter-long piece of cloth in persimmon dye to set a world record.
Cloth made of cotton drenched in persimmon dye flaps in the autumn wind. The cloth is hung above the green grass and basks under the warm sun. Cheongdo County residents all took part in the dyeing process, with each making a wish.
하나, 둘, 셋, 으쌰. 한 번 더. 하나.
Participants stomp on and rub the cloth in dye as the white cloth slowly changes color.
오늘 이렇게 감염생을 하니까요. 회원들 모두가 천처럼 날아가는 것처럼 기분이 좋아요.
To get the perfect persimmon color, the cloth must be soaked and dried 3 times a day. The cloth is then dried under the autumn sun for 10 days and comes out gorgeous. The length of this dyed cloth measures 696.53 meters, representing the canvas area of 696.53 square kilometers. This breaks the world record of 566.3 meters set in Romania. Cheongdo's record will go into Guinness Book of World Records.
그 씨 없는 가물 주제로 우리 청도 가물 염색을 전국적으로 더 나아가 세계적으로 알리기 위해서 이번에 기네스북에 도전하게 되었습니다.
The cloth will be made into an artwork representing the culture and heritage of Cheongdo County to the world.
Traditional craft works represent part of the 5,000 years of Korean culture. But trade of craft products directly has been difficult. So the Public Procurement Service will be in charge of the distribution of these traditional items.
Kim Gwan-sik is a maker of traditional Korean drums, carrying on the tradition of his grandfather and father. He made yonggo, or dragon drum, which was used in the opening ceremony of the 1988 Seoul Olympics. Kim works from sunrise to sunset, but sales are sluggish and he cannot make a profit.
저희들이 노력하는 많지 어떤 대가를 받지 못하니까 그런데 상당히 좀 어려움이 많이 있다고 이렇게 얘기할 수가 있겠죠.
The Public Procurement Service hosts an exhibition of traditional craft works. Some 600 pottery items and traditional musical instruments made by masters are displayed for sale. A mother-of-pearl chest that was presented to Queen Elizabeth of England is on display, as is the traditional string instrument, kayagum. United Nations Secretary-General Ban Ki-moon has a kayagum in his room. After the exhibition ends, people can purchase traditional craft products at stores at the government complex in Daejeon and the Seoul office of the Public Procurement Service. The products are authentic and 40% cheaper than usual.
이런 전시회를 더 활성화시켜서 우리 전통 문화가 더 꽃피울 수 있는 이런 계기를 마련해 나가려고.
The Procurement Service says it hopes the exhibition helps traditional craft manufacturers find distribution channels and boost sales.
You might feel like to make some changes to your home when a new season approaches. We suggested wallpapering or using new interior items before. Here's a way to bring a fresh seasonal air to your house using furniture. This is a furniture store in Incheon. It sells leftover and discounted products as well as new ones. Many frugal couples visit here to purchase furniture ahead of their weddings in fall. These sofa sets used to be displayed in the shop. It sells for some $2,300, about half the original price. This dining table has been discounted from $483 to $286 due to a scratch on a leg. This return bed has also been discounted. The factory and the distribution center are nearby, so the store can also get new popular designs.
가격도 저렴하고 디자인도 괜찮고 흠집이 약간 있긴 하지만 쓰는 데는 지장이 없을 것 같아서 이만한 가격에 이만한 디자인에 이렇게 어떻게 살 수 있겠어요.
Traditional Korean mother-of-pearl furniture demands long time and elaborateness to make. Old and scratched mother-of-pearl furniture can also be reborn at this repair shop.
10분의 1, 또 한 7, 8분의 1, 그 정도면 처음처럼 원형이 거의 다 복원이 됩니다.
These scratched old furniture can also be repaired with a simple work. First, sandpaper the scratches and color the scars with a wood color paint. Last, it's time to apply lacquer to make the repaired furniture look like a brand new one. Mother-of-pearl furniture can also be repaired. Make a copy of the displaced mother-of-pearl design and attach it to the furniture. And apply varnish to the furniture and it's done. No one would notice that it was repaired. Everything made from wood can be repaired here. There are ways to redress and renovate furniture at your home. Let's redress this flower print rocking chair. With a new cover, the chair gives off the flavor of fall. This old and simple TV table can also be reborn. Measure the table and cut out the wood panels. Attach the panels on the old table and sandpaper them. Paint the table and apply 2 coats of varnish. Use leftover wallpaper and corks to decorate the drawers. How is it? It has a completely different look.
엄마가 만들어서 그런지 더 이뻐요. 이만큼.
Buying a piece of furniture costs a great deal of money. It would be good to add some seasonal scent to your home by purchasing low-priced furniture or renovating one you have. Here are today's economic indicators and the weather. That's it for this edition of KBS World News Today. Have a nice day and thank you for watching.